Hello and welcome. I'm Christian. This is Matt Field, and we are here to talk about Forza Motorsport, which launched onto Game Pass yesterday.
I'm very
How you
excited.
doing, Matt?
I'm very excited because obviously it's new. It's a new game. It's on Game Pass. We have people in the chat that everybody's excited. But I need to just let you into a secret.
Go on.
Like
Tell me a secret. Tell me a
I
secret.
haven't really played a lot of Forza, so I'm a little bit behind the times here. I play Forza Horizon, but Forza Motorsport, this might be a new thing for me, so I'm a bit excited. But yeah, we have got some people in chat. I want to say hello. We got Watty, welcome. We have Games Guru, nice to see you. It's been a while. Daggercast is in the house. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. And as Christian said, we're going to play a bit of Forza today and talk about what's new. So yeah, what's new with you,
Yeah.
Christian?
What's new with me? I've spent way too many hours playing this game already. So me and Matt looked at this. Obviously, we've been trying to set up the stream, and the difference in driver level between my profile and Matt's is massive at the moment because I
Yeah.
have been playing this. I ordered the premium edition. I've been playing the premium edition because I've been really excited about this. It's launched onto Game Pass yesterday. They did the early access with the premium edition, which I opted for with all the extra packs, and I just couldn't wait any longer. And the fact it's a complete reboot is super exciting. And I'd love to know in chat what everybody thinks, whether they've started playing it, whether they're looking forward to playing. I know there's some people in chat that are saying hi that have played it already. But we want to know what you think. What's your thoughts of it? It's a completely new rebuild. So it's been built on a new Forza engine. So completely fresh, completely new, and I'm so excited. I'm going to lose hundreds of hours of my life to this game. So
We've had a couple of people in chat. It's all happening now. Daggercast says it's a racing game, which is true. We've had from Games Guru. He has to admit it's extremely beautiful. Now, what I've played about 3 or 4 races to get past the. I had to sort of dip my toe in, if you like. But what I have played, it is very beautiful. So yeah, let us know what you think. Welcome, Adam Jones is in the house. We've got Pixelated Hobo, very good name, love that. Alicia's in the house. We've got Mr. McMillan in the house as well. Nice to see you all. Thanks for stopping by. Jake Smith, welcome. So yeah,
Phil Devaney, yeah, there's
Phil
loads of
Devaney
people in
too.
this.
Yeah.
So let's start. Let's just start by looking at a trailer for this game. This is a day one release for Game Pass. So this is an Xbox Studios titles from Turn 10, and like I said, it's a completely new reboot. So if you're a Game Pass member, be it a Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass, you can play this game now at no extra cost. And as far as racing simulators go, the reviews have been outstanding for it. My personal reviews is I'm loving it, and we'd love to get as many people playing this as possible. So let's have a look at the trailer, and we'll see some of the new features. We'll see some of the ray tracing. We'll see some of the new cars, and let's see what you think to this before we start looking at gameplay.
Cool. Let's go.
I mean, the trailer, just look at it.
It is beautiful.
Now, one of the great things about this trailer is there's over 500 cars available in Forza Motorsport. 500 cars. I mean, I couldn't even name 100 cars off the top of my head, I don't think. That's a huge amount of cars. And these are classic cars with some moved directly into Forza that haven't been released yet as well. And then we have 20 classic tracks that are available at launch. 800 mods for the cars.
Yeah, it is insane. And as Games Guru is saying in the chat, a racing game with a campaign. We live in crazy times. It's got a campaign mode, which is really cool. And that's what's interesting me more than anything is like you can get immersed in this with a campaign, a story mode, if you like, as well.
I think that's story wins so much these days, and it keeps you sort of immersed into the game. So not only have you got that multiplayer element where you can play with friends, you can compete with rivals online, you have the ability to do a story. So you can literally play this on your own. You don't have to be tied to online playing with other people. You can just play it as a single individual if you want to. Now, I love that sometimes. I'm very competitive when it comes to racing games, so I do like to get online and play people as much as possible. But this sort of suits multiple different people. And what I love about this is, if you've not tried a racing game before, this is actually a really good one to start with if you want to try like a racing simulator, if you want to try tracks and stuff, because you have everything from like your standard cars that you can go out and buy, or most people can go out and buy, to your classic F1 cars that are unobtainable for most of us.
Yeah, you get yourself behind the wheel
It's
of one
really
of those.
Exactly.
I like what
Like I
MF
said,
Cosplays has just said actually in the chat. I just love this trailer. Not being a racing fan, majorly, but this it's got them hyped. So, and it's the same. I think it's intriguing because like Christian said, this is a reboot of a very beloved franchise. And I remember playing. I think the last time I played a Forza Motorsport was like Forza Motorsport 2 or 3 on the 360 days. So it was a very long time ago.
yeah.
And all I did back then was tune up cars and sell them on the marketplace. I didn't really like race them or anything, but I want to get into the nitty gritty of racing in this simulator because like, as we said, it's beautiful and it's really in depth as well.
So, talking of the beauty, talking of the cars, one of the great things is you mentioned there that you used to sort of like tune the cars up and used to sort of like sell them in the marketplace. With this game, the levels per cars give you points as well, so you can modify your cars. Now, these are linked to the car. You can't collect them to spend them all on one car. As the cars progress and you race more with every individual car,
Yeah.
you then get points per car. So you're not saving points up to try and spread them across multiple different vehicles. It's like each car, the more you race it, the more you can level it up and the quicker that it can be. Now, we have that, but this is built on a new engine as well. So this is 60 frames per second with full ray tracing in 4K.
Yeah.
Like this is why it looks so beautiful. You've got those reflections in the mirrors, you've got reflections in like the colors of the car as they drive, and this is a game to show the capability of Xbox.
Yeah.
We've not really seen this capability from some of the games yet.
Well, it's weird that you say it because Games Guru in chat again has just made a very good point. I won't mention what he's talking about, but a racing simulator from the very early days. I remember seeing it, going, "This looks insane! It looks really cool! Oh my god, look at that! That's really cool!" And now, like you've just said, where we are now and the hardware that we've got to support this software, it is a whole new level, a whole new level.
Whole new level. And as a racing sim as well, it's not only looks more beautiful, you have the ability to make this as hard or as easy as you want. You've got as many different assists. You can have it full racing simulator. You can play it with a controller via Xbox, PC, or the cloud, or you can go whole hog, get a steering wheel, and just lose your life to it.
We know a few people that have gone whole hog, as you say.
I know.
I don't have the room for that, but I would love to have that in my living room.
And so we've mentioned that this is day one, and it's all these sort of like new features. I want to know what the audience are thinking about, like some of these new features that have been added. Like Matt said, you've not played since Forza Motorsport 2 or 3. I played 7.
Yeah.
Who's a regular motorsport player in the chat? What tracks are you looking forward to? Who hasn't played it in a long time? Who's been playing Forza Horizon? Because I find that really interesting to see what games draw people in, and I think the graphics of this really do that.
Yeah, I agree with that. And Forza Horizon for me it's been the racer that I play with friends because it was, it was almost a party game, whereas this one's a bit more hardcore, right? So,
Yeah,
and
true,
what I
true.
like is no two cars are the same. So with this tuning mechanic, no two cars are the same. So I'm intrigued to see, especially a bit further down the line, like people's tuning setups and how they're getting the most out of certain cars. And because you said there's like 500 of the cars,
Yeah.
their favorite cars, and there's even cars like we had a quick test game before we came on, and there's cars that I love from way back when.
Way back.
So yeah,
And there's cars that you sort of like that you grow up with nostalgia purposes. Like so,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's different like modes on this. So, um, you've got your screen loading maps, I believe. So let's have a look at some of like the features that are available for
Yeah.
Forza before you even get into the game. Because obviously there's
Okay,
some
let
new
me see what we
features.
can go. So we can click on this what's new, right? And this will tell us
Yeah,
what's in the
exactly.
game. Okay.
So you've got the ability to obviously you've got your campaign modes, you've got play tracks and tours. You could jump into multiplayer. One of my favorite things to do, and it's there in the bottom corner, just behind my head here, is Rivals.
Okay.
I love this. So Rivals gives you the ability to set times around a track against other people around the world. So it
So
gives
there
you
we
your
go.
nearest competitor with a time, and it shows you sort of like your rival there. Look, so you've got Marcus. Look, who we
Shout
know.
out to Marcus.
Shout out to Marcus. And it shows you what sort of Marcus's time is, and this is great. So it does it with your friends list. It also does it with other people around the world. So it tells you how many people have like competed in this, and it shows you where you rank as well. And I love that because I get really competitive with racing games. I'm the sort of person that would sit there and just try and get faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, even if I've got no one to race.
Mm. Yeah,
So
I
you've got
like that.
all these new features as well. So we've jumped into multiplayer earlier, and I mean, it's great. It's like it's so great. So if you select another one, Matt, let's have a look.
What should we do? Should we go for Welcome to the Forza Motorsport?
Let's do that.
Okay, so let's
Welcome
have
to
a
the
look at this.
Forza.
Let's see what we've got. Oh, that's it. It's just the description for the game. So just so what we got, it says this is the welcome center. Here you will find live events. So it's just telling us what this is. Let's go for play the track tour.
Yes. So in here you have different sections. So you've got track days, you've got built to race, and as you can see, certain things are locked at the moment. So if you press right, left bumper, you can go through like Builders Cup, and you've got different places you can start. So you have to do the introduction for this to start off with. So you have to start on that series, but it just gives you like an introduction into what this series is effectively,
Okay.
and then opens up other things. So you can then start going up different car models, and you can start doing different series as well. And as you get to the end of them, so if you go all the way to the side, you've got a reward. So you get rewards for completing all these. So you get extra cars that you might not necessarily want, might not
Nice.
buy. So you get extra perks as well.
And there's quite a few different like tours, and I like this
Yeah,
enthusiast tour because this is what I was talking about. Like, I like my old cars, so you can go into this if you're a bit of an
yeah.
enthusiast and check out all the cars of yesteryear, or you can go to a modern tour and have like modern hatches and super sedans. It's really quite cool.
So you've literally got everything. You've got like everything. And you were just talking about that enthusiast section. I got super excited about that because one of the three cars that it recommends is one of the cars that I grew up dreaming that I'd own, and now they're so expensive I will probably never own one.
Right, but you get to drive it here.
But I get to drive it here, and actually
Exactly.
the way that it looks is amazing, and they respond like old cars do. They're not built the same as modern cars. They're not built to be as quick, which is great. So you get to
Hmm.
experience it within there as well. So there's plenty of different modes. There's the campaign, there's the rivals. You've got the tracks that you can do so against AI, and you've got your private multiplayer as well. So you've got the ability to just get all your friends into one race and race them individually as well. So we'll do private multiplayer as well, just in a
Okay,
little
cool.
bit.
We'll get.
So
But
have you
what
got
we'll
any?
do though is we'll get, if we do private multiplayer, yeah, we're going to get people to get interactive, or we want you to pick your favorite courses out of the three that we choose, and we
Yeah.
maybe the classes. So have a think about what classes you want us to drive. But please bear in mind that I am very new to this. It's been a while since I've played a game of this speed, let's just say. So I don't want to be going too fast because I'm an old man now and I can't cope.
And he's got to redo his driving license soon.
Yeah.
So a great shout from Daggercast here is the weather is awesome. How the rain affects driving, and massively, the weather and the change in light really does make tracks feel completely different.
Hmm.
Have you got any cars, Matt, in this? So if you go back, if you got any sort of cars in your garage at all at the moment? So
So,
in here,
like I
you
said, I've played a couple of races. So I'd started to do the introduction. So I chose one of my all-time favorite cars, which is the Honda Civic Type R.
nice.
And I have tuned it a little bit as well. So I have had a play with some of the parts that I unlocked. But I also have this 2018 Porsche 911 GT2, which is quite nice too.
That is
So
cool.
I only have two cars in my garage at the moment, which I'm guessing you have a lot more.
I've got a few more, but
Yeah.
I because I brought the premium edition as well, that gave me access to more to start with. But
Okay.
you can unlock cars as you go along. But you have the ability to change the color of these cars as well. So if you come back out, you can change stuff like the way they're tuned. You can design and respray. So you have the ability to design the way the car looks, and then you can put it in sort of like an open market so other people can use it as well.
This is what I
Now,
liked about the older games is
yeah,
that I spent so much time just tuning the car and then making it look as good as I could, and then you see how many people are using it across the globe almost. It's really
yeah,
cool.
exactly. It's really cool because your design could effectively be driven by someone the other side of the world, and you could
Yeah.
effectively end up racing them, and you could be like, "Hey, that's my design," and you really like it, so you're using it, which is cool.
It's quite in
So you
depth
can
as well
always
because it's
race.
all like all different, like the different parts. So I've given it a black bonnet there, and we can maybe let's give it some. I'm always a fan of like matching the bonnet with the wing mirrors.
Nice,
Uh,
yeah.
I'd quite like the old red wheels. Reminds me of the 80s. So let's
It's
go
Type R
for the
color as well.
yeah. Let's go for that's quite nice. We'll go for like a little rosé. Get the old brake discs going. Is it? Brake
Yep.
pads, sorry. There we go. Let's go for a real strong. Let's go Xbox Green if we can, as close as we can get it.
Games Guru. Christian rolls with many cars. I do. I love a racing game, but you know, our moderator in chat, Sam, has put Matt is luring you into a false sense of security, and I believe Matt is too. I reckon Matt's better than he
No,
thinks he
I'm
is,
not. No,
because
no,
I'm not
no.
that good.
Well, I think we'll have a race in a minute. We'll have a multiplayer race. So that's should we do some let's just go to my design so you can see. So when all your designs that you create, obviously they will appear here. So this is the one that I've just done, and this will appear. So you can choose your design and apply it to the car. You can find designs as well, which is what Christian was talking about. So you can see other people's designs. We won't spend too long
Yeah,
here, but you can scan through them all and make sure that there's stuff for you to choose from, and obviously, yeah, select your car as well. So, what's the first thing that we want to do, Christian?
so I think the first thing that we need to do, because I would like to show some gameplay and I'd like to race, but we need to decide on a track. And I think the audience are the best people to decide this. So we
Okay.
are going to pop a poll into chat. So this is more for depending on where you're watching it, you'll be able to access this through YouTube. But the tracks that we are going to decide between are we're going to look at Silverstone,
Mm-hmm.
the Nürburgring, and we're going to look at Laguna Seca. So feel free to, if you don't have access to the poll, if you depending on where you're watching this, feel free to put in the chat which track you would like us to race on, because we want you guys to decide this. We don't want to be sort of like we wanted to make it fair as possible. So we picked three random tracks: Silverstone because it's an English track, it's a world famous track; Nürburgring because loads of people like it; and Laguna Seca because wow, it's something different. So let
So
us know in the chat.
when they tell us, then,
Yeah,
is it going to be me versus you? Is this what's happening? Because
I
I don't know if I'm happy
I
about
think
this.
I think it's going to be me versus you. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna, while they're doing that, I'm just gonna invite you to the game as well. So
Perfect. And I think it's the best way to do it because we're not showing anybody else's gamer tags and stuff. We're happy to show you ours on here to you guys because that's what we're here to do. We're here to show you gameplay, talk about the joys of Game Pass and the amazing games that we have launched onto Game Pass. And what better way to show it than to show some gameplay? Oh,
okay.
I've got an invite from Matt Field.
Okay, so let's have a look. We've got how many votes do we have?
How many votes do we have? Let's have a look. So
at the moment, what I'm seeing is Silverstone's winning. Nürburg is second.
Yeah, Silver, Nürburgring. 1v1. Like yes.
1v1. I'm scared. I'll be honest.
There are stakes. Dom, Silverstone. And I think a lot of our viewership will be UK based, so I think Silverstone might be the one that pips it a little bit here.
Okay, so there it is. There's Silverstone there. I'll get it ready.
We'll get it ready. We're going to do 3 laps of this as well, so we're not going to do too much time on this, are we? We're not going to.
No,
we're
not
going
to
spend all of our time racing. Can you?
What time of day do you want to race, Christian? So we have evening, we have sunset, night, midnight, noon, afternoon, morning.
Let's do a night race.
Oh dear. Okay, it's just all going wrong now. Okay, let's go for night then.
Daggercast wants rain.
Can we put rain on here? Yes, we can. So let's put. I'm not sure if you're making it really hard for me for my first one. Okay,
lie. This isn't
light rain.
I don't know. Yeah, go on.
Light rain in the dark. Okay, so place in the chat, place who you think is going to win this first race. So we'll move on to the next bit. Yes, we'd like those options. Now you get to choose the class, okay? So the class of vehicle. And again, please take it easy. Because I don't particularly want to feel like I'm going to go down in flames. I'm going to bring the volume back in. So we should have some music now.
Silverstone did win. So the great thing about this is with Plus, Matt's only got 2 cars at the moment, but we do have the ability, if you're joining the thing, to buy or rent extra cars. So you can either purchase a car to race, or if you just want to borrow a car to race, you have that option. So it gives you the ability to try cars that you might not own already. So you can try it, you can test how it drives, and then decide whether you want to buy it, which is quite a cool feature. So class, let us know in chat which class you think we should use. So
I like how people have got the faith in me. It can only be up from here, right? They say yes. Come on. It can only be up from here.
And so many cool cars when you start going through these classes.
Okay, so I'm just going to talk about one of my favourite cars of all time, which is this one here, the 1987 Ferrari F40. We were speaking about this before. I do like this car.
LMP. Neil Barrell.
LMP, there it is. Neil Barrell in the house. Right, so what class are we going for? First person to put it in chat, that's what we're going to pick. Dominic Wood says S-Class.
Oh.
Okay. Welcome, Dominic Wood. Right, okay, S-Class. Okay. So, with the cars, am I right in saying, Christian, that if they do not have a little cart next to them, it means that you can use them or rent them, but then there are cars that are available in the different versions, like the packs and stuff that you was talking about before.
Yes, and certain cars, if they're in packs, that you would need the pack to unlock it, so they're sort of exclusives. And the great thing about sort of like the premium edition, if you want to go that way, is that you get the future car packs as well. So they are included within that premium price. Now we're looking at Silverstone here. So currently at launch, there's 20 tracks. Going forward, there are going to be updates as well to tracks, so more tracks will be added. So if there's a track that you particularly like, although it might not be on here at launch, going forward, more tracks will be added. So it will be sort of an evolving game. Have you decided what car you're having? Are we going S?
Yeah, we are going S. Sorry, I got a little bit carried away and I went into the A class then. So,
I know what I'm having.
what are you having?
It's got to be the McLaren F1 GT.
Okay, I quite like the look of the Lamborghini Gallardo. I might have a little look at that. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to because I like the green. So we'll rent that and we'll get into a game.
I am ready when you are.
Okay, I'm not ready at all.
I can't say that this is... Look, you can see the difference in driver level there, and that's purely just because I've spent a lot of hours on this game. But that doesn't mean that I'm good. Just because I've spent a lot of hours doesn't make me great. It just could mean I'm a sucker for punishment.
Ah, see, people are loving the Lambo. Lambo is good. Great choice, Matt. My favourite. Right, who's going to win this race?
It's because they can't see my car.
I need to put my driving glasses on. Okay. There you go. All right, I'm ready for this.
This is weird because I haven't got that.
Okay,
Right.
so what's your favourite view? So, do you play in the vehicle or?
I have bonnet, so I can just.
You have bonnet. The rain looks really good. Whoa! I mean, that's fair. Okay.
Oh, I'm spinning out of control.
It's because it's raining and you're driving like a maniac, Christian.
I think it's all my fault. It wasn't the instructions earlier.
I'm going to try and do two things at once and turn the actual game volume down so we can talk a bit more. There we go. Oh, no! You took advantage of that.
It's not my fault you were stopping. You know, I understand you're trying to multitask, but we're men. You can't do two things.
There we go. Right. I mean, it feels really like compared to what I was playing yesterday. This feels really different.
So different, and the weather really does have an effect. And
like
this
I'm
track,
sliding everywhere.
I've driven this track a few times because I love Silverstone, but it just feels. Because this is in full Silverstone, it feels completely different because it's night.
Came off the track there. Okay.
What
kind of warning? I got a warning for that.
Track limits.
Yeah.
See, this is what I like. So if you're into like motorsport, if you follow like Formula One or anything, a lot of the rules that you'd expect to see on those sorts of things that you watch, whether it's touring car or F1. Actually come into play in this game, so you really can up the realism as much as you want, and you can add the damage in as well. So the side of my car, because I have damage on, is probably damaged from where Matt drove into.
I did not drive into you. You cut me off. I was indicating to go that way.
That's it. But do you know what? It really does affect like how you drive as well, like whether you take the racing line on. Now we've both got the racing line on to drive this. You can switch that off, you can have it just in corners if you want to. Actually, again, you can make it as realistic as you want.
This is what you were saying before as well, like if you have it with the assists on, you could follow the race line, get used to the game and then remove those assists to get more credits, so you get rewarded for harder difficulty, right?
You do, yeah, and when you're racing, so if you're in the Cup Series, like the Builders Cup we were looking at earlier, you have the option to start in different track positions as well, which means that the further back you start of in the race, so there's normally about 24 drivers, the further you start back, the more points you get, so the more bonus credits and stuff that you get, which means you can upgrade your car a bit quicker, and you can progress through the game a little bit quicker.
I'm going to try and drive outside of the car now, so I can...
What's your fastest lap so far?
On here, hit 1.7.
Or 104. I'm about to beat that.
Oh, I'm not doing very well in the old. Is it third person view? Do you call it, or is it third car view? I don't.
Yeah, I'd say that's a third car view. 101. I've completed. So, but to be fair, Matt did try and change the game sound, so we'll give it.
Can we?
That view, driving with that view is hard, Matt. So
I like that view. It feels like it should be. Yeah, you know, like that. That's how I drive at home. I don't drive like that at home. That's not how I don't drive like that.
Do you know what? Adam was just pointing to something else. Nice wiper action at the start, and your wipers
Yeah.
were going all the way through that. And because you sort of get immersed into the game, and because you drive and you're used to driving around with your wipers on, you sort of don't notice those little things when you sort of concentrate on the track. But it's details like that. Your wipers go in, the spray of the rain, the different reflections from the lights at night make a huge difference.
So these credits that I've just earned now in a private multiplayer against you, can I use those in the main game?
Yes.
This is cool.
Yeah, so your credits will change. So to give you an instance, like you got what 4,000 something credits there.
Yeah.
I got 6,800. So I only got a little bit more because obviously effectively I finished first, you finished second. But you know those credits. So the more online multiplayer you play against friends or rivals, all those credits go into credits that you can then spend to buy extra cars.
That's really cool.
There's really cool like achievements that you can unlock with this as well. So if you get multiple cars within the same manufacturer to level 50, you then get, so if you buy 5 cars from one manufacturer, get them to level 50, you then get a massive discount on all the other cars.
Right.
So there's like little perks built in as well.
I'm just going to go to the driver, show everybody that you can actually customize your driver as well to an extent. So we've got again purchasable ones, and we have the stock ones, but I really liked the start in purple suit. I thought that was really cool. You can change obviously your body type, your suit. I think it's really cool. But really cool. While we're here, I'm going to go into the career mode now and drive a much slower car, and you're going to talk me through it. So
yeah, cool. I can do that.
This will be picking up the intro where we left off, basically.
So I'm afraid there's a little bit of fighting talk in the chat, Matt.
Why?
Mr. Brassy, I'm still faster than that.
Yeah, it's because he beat my fastest lap, and he's not let me down. He's not let me live it down. And this is how you drive for real, Phil Devaney. No, that's not how I drive for real at all.
So you're going to drive your Type R here. So
yes,
the great thing about this is every car's different. Every style of car is different. They feel different to drive. So whether it's a front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, they make a huge difference. So Matt, right now, are you just looking at upgrading your car?
Yeah, we might as well have a look because it's, like I say, it's the intro, so it's teaching us what to do. So she's going to talk us through how to actually upgrade the vehicle. So I've got an exhaust, an air filter, and a restrictor plate available to add to this vehicle.
And the great things about this, if you look down the side there, you've got different levels that things unlock. So it's not a case of just you get points and you just go free for all and you go ham and just buy everything you want. You sort of have to unlock different levels to unlock different perks, which sort of makes sense because if you took your car to a racetrack with a team, they would recommend doing certain things before you get to certain stages to make the car more efficient and like more track worthy effectively. So there's little bits of challenges there, and the more you drive the car, obviously the quicker they unlock, and you get points to one, like so you get the levels quicker by doing things like overtakes, doing clean sections on laps. So the higher your clean levels are as you go around the lap, the more points you get points for overtaking, so you get experience points, and the further back in the starting position you start as well, that has an effect.
So those stats there, the parts show you what the stats show you what the parts do, and this time around I just did the quick upgrade just because I didn't want to spend too long, otherwise I'll get lost forever. So we've done the quick upgrade.
So you've done the quick upgrade there, a bit like when we were talking about designs earlier. You can do custom tunes and then you can put those out there like your designs into the open market so other people can use them on their cars as well.
So if somebody finds the perfect tuned setup, they can put it out there and other people can go, I fancy a go at that, download it, or apply it to their car, and away they go. That's really cool. All right, now here we go.
As long as their car is the level to unlock all the parts.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay. So they have to have leveled that car up. So have driven an amount of that with that car first.
Yeah. So if they've
Okay.
done a tune for level 50 and your car's a level 20, you won't be able to unlock a lot of the parts. So the
Oh,
tune,
that makes sense. So let's see how better I do in a car that's more designed for my style. Because I wasn't very good in the Lambo. It was too powerful for me. My old man reactions couldn't keep up.
look at the shadows, look at the light change on the steering wheel as you go around the track. So because it changes in the shadows just on your hands and the steering wheel. And this is without even talking about the stuff that's going on the track as well.
I like the reflection of the steering wheel on the window.
Yeah.
Like it's a really simple. Oh no. Oh yeah, let me talk about rewind while we're here. So in true
Forza.
Forza fashion, sorry. We can rewind if you are bad like me, and you can make loads of mistakes, and then basically try and take that corner again, and still do exactly the same. So we'll go again, and we'll start from here, and I'll start braking earlier, so you can get yourself familiar with the tracks, and still progress through the campaign, which is quite cool.
Games Guru. Rewind saves my life so much on.
Yeah, I love rewind. I love a rewind. Can I get a rewind? I do like it.
You know, and the great bit, that's what I love. That, yeah, I've been using the premium edition. You started playing this day one yesterday.
Yeah.
And we've got access to the same tracks. Theoretically, we've got access to many of the same cars, and the experience is identical, really. The only difference is I've started with a more options for cars, really. You know, I've got those more options, I've got those perks. But actually, as a standard edition, it's the day one on Game Pass. You can unlock cars. You can drive the same tracks. You're getting a Forza Motorsport experience included with your Game Pass subscription.
See, now this is more my kind of driving experience. So, like you just said, you know, you get your Game Pass subscription. The standard is everything that you would want if you are a matte driver, just like me. But if you're a Christian driver and you want to go a little bit more wayward and a little bit more out there, you can upgrade. I think that's a really good system.
I love this as well. So at the bottom there, I don't know if you noticed, there was a time, and that was a time saying that basically it's timed maps through a particular section of the track, and it tells him whether he's faster than previous times. And at the top, there is just popped up in the right corner. It says segment score, so it tells him how well he's gone through that segment. And the quicker you go through the segment, the higher the score, effectively faster the lap's going to be as well.
That's really cool.
And
See if
your experience was. It looks really good. And one thing with a game like this as well is if you're into sort of a motorsports game, or if you want to try out a racing game, this game will sort of evolve. And we've mentioned the fact that there's going to be more tracks coming in, and they will add more cars like they have with Forza Horizon 5. This is a game that you'll never really complete. Yes, you can get potentially every car to level 50, but there's always going to be someone aiming to be faster than you in Rivals, or there's always a challenge there.
Yeah, I like that, and that will definitely happen, because I'm one of those people where I'll think I've done well, somebody will beat me, and I'll be like, no, I have to go a bit more.
And you know, you've driven this car a little bit, but even during this section where you've been driving this, your laps are getting faster and faster, and you're getting smoother because you're getting to know the track a little bit better.
Yeah.
You'll find out how the car responds to certain corners, how long it takes to brake.
Right, I think I'm good. Let's go to the race now. So again, let's see how well we do. So this is an actual race to progress more into the campaign, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so you were doing practice there, so it gives you a chance to get to know the track. It also gives you a good chance to see actually how hard you find the track and where you compete, where you will be compared to other people on the track, so the AI effectively. So you can then up the difficulty, you can make it a little bit harder. You can also change the settings at any point through this. So if you think, oh, I want to turn ABS off, or ABS, so you want to switch your ABS off or your traction control, you can switch that off at any point as well, which is always fun because I tried that mid-race once and it did not go well.
So this is something that we need to talk about, right? So now I am in a race, and it is a campaign race, I believe. But Brassy, our friend from the chat, who we know, who thinks he's faster than me, seems to be in my game.
It does.
How is this possible?
This is a great feature. So it takes people from your friends list and puts them into the game as AI. So although that might be Mr. Brassy's profile, it's probably not Mr. Brassy controlling it right now. So it takes your friends list, so it makes it a little bit more personal to you. So I see some of the other people that play it in my game as well, which is quite nice. So
okay, so so we're gonna find out who is faster. Is it me or is it Brassy? Is that what we're saying?
Well, Mr. Brassy said it was him, but I think this is a good chance to prove him wrong.
Okay, look at these cars as well. They're so different, but because they're all in the same class, we can race, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. You can have different cars to everybody else that you can race in, and everybody will have slightly different tune. And you'll probably notice that as you progress through this cup, some of the cars will start to have different designs on them. But looking at it at the moment, they're all fairly sort of standard colours. But as I've progressed through it and gone into different sections, I've started seeing cars with wild, live liveries on all over them and stuff. And then mine feels a bit boring afterwards.
Oh, I've gone a bit wide there off the track. They've got pushed off the track there. I think that must have been Brassy. Must have been Brassy.
Was it a yellow car? So,
no.
What position did you start in, Matt?
Oh, I didn't see. I should have seen.
I think it defaults to about 12. So you're in 8th already. Also there, it's just showed at the top of the screen that Matt's car leveled up while he was driving as well. So it shows you as your car levels up. So the more experience and the better you do around the track, the higher up the order you finish, the more cars you overtake, the more experience. Yeah. Effectively, at the end of the race, you can then unlock more upgrades for the next race.
Somebody was playing dirty then.
I think you held that really well though.
Okay, we're doing all right.
Have you played a track yet where you're going up a hill and you can't see anything because the sun's blinding you and you're not sure what the corner is?
Not yet, no. But that sounds horrible. It sounds like where I live. I live on a hill.
It's hard. It makes it really hard because you're not sure where the corner is and braking point.
Okay, let's go around the outside of these guys. Try and cut it back in a little bit. We're in. So what position are we in now? 4th. We're good.
Adam Jones, that was close. You nearly lost your no claims vote. We've got come on computer Brassy.
Oh, people are rooting for Brassy? Oh, okay.
No, Brassy's cheering computer Brassy.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's okay, let's have a look.
It's sort of cheering himself on I suppose.
Oh, someone's done me again. Look, there we go. Someone's hit me. Oh no.
He's in second, look.
I was nearly in first then.
Oh, you're in third now.
How am I in third?
Because that's the second place person that you saw.
Oh, right, okay. I thought I was in first. But jumping the gun. How far ahead is this guy?
I've noticed sometimes first can be really far ahead. They're sometimes really good, so you have to put some times in to catch them.
Alright, so what do we got? 3 laps? 1 lap?
So you're on your 3rd lap now, so you probably got a lap and a half. But no penalties for off the track there. And you do get time penalties in this as well. So if you finish close to someone else and you've got a time penalty, that can
they'll take it into consideration.
They take it into consideration, yeah.
Oh no.
So if you cross the line just before someone else and you get a 2-second time penalty, it can have an effect.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about that.
I like it. I like it, but this is one of the games, and I'm not like this with many games. So I'm very much, and we've discussed this on previous streams, that I like games where I can just go off and do whatever I like. I want to roam around. I love like Starfield. I can just do whatever I want and do it when I want it. Another day one release game, that's fine. Yeah? But with this, I strive for perfection. I want to be on that racing line as much as possible. I want to be as fast as I can. You know, I don't want to leave the track. I don't want to collide with people. This is one of those games I strive for perfection with, and it frustrates me because I'm not there.
Right, I can see first place. I'm coming first place.
That was an 8 segment, and your car's leveled up again there, man. See, so by driving more accurately and quickly, you progress your car level quicker, and your driver level will increase as well.
It's quite a satisfying noise as well when it goes off.
Yeah.
Where are you? First place. Where are you? Foot down. He's there. I'm not going to do it.
You've got his car down now, though.
I think that's it.
8.6.
If that's Brassy, yeah. I'm not happy. Oh, it is Brassy.
Yes! Computer Brassy's beating him.
Oh no, I'm not happy about that. I like this. This is good fun.
It is good fun, and it is. And like you can see the mixes of cars in there as well. So I mean, you've got your Honda Civic. Computer Brassy's got his, his Nissan Z. You know, there's a lot of people getting Brassy in the chat. So it's cool, and because this is a point series as well. Although you didn't win that race, it doesn't mean that you won't win the series.
Right. Okay. So
it's
again, it's point based.
It's point based, so it's not over individual track. So we're going to see Matt celebrate.
No, I don't want Brassy. No, I don't want to watch it. I'm going to skip this. No, I can't. No, can't look at that. No.
Daggercast did put there Matt's best lap was faster, and yes, like.
So I might not have won the. I might not have won the race, but I was faster than Brassy.
But you were faster on one of your laps, yes.
Okay, there we go. That's good. I like that.
See?
And I got 7. I'm going to move my head so you can see 7,100 credits as well for my troubles, which is lovely.
And you can see there you've got a 300-point grid bonus to look. So depending on where you start on that grid, the more points you get, and those points increase depending on how quick the series of cars are. So as you get further through, those points are going to get higher because the AI is going to get faster, the cars are quicker. And Matt now unlocks some extra little goodies for his car. Look.
I like this. This is so yeah. Now I can take these into the next race, and Brassy will have no chance. I got a flywheel. I got a new clutch. Yeah. So we'll do one more event because we don't want to spend too. People have got to go play this game, right?
You need to go play this game.
So we'll do one more event to get us through the introduction, and you can talk us through it, and then we shall probably say sayonara to people.
I'd like to know in the chat which car you would pick. If you've got it, pick a car in it, or what car you'd like to see in this game, because we've all got different cars that we like. We all like different tracks and different things about different models. So let us know in the chat which car would be your ultimate car in this game that you could race with.
Okay. Also, what I want to know is, how do you pronounce Forza?
It's Forza.
Forza.
Forza, yeah.
Forza. Because it's Italian, isn't it, for force?
It is. Yeah.
Forza.
Forza. Daggercast would like to have a VW camper van.
Oh, now there's a story.
Yeah.
Me and Daggercast, way back, played. I think it might have been on a stream, or it might have been a session that we had put together. And Daggercast joined, and I believe we played in Forza Horizon 4 or 5, one of those. We played a game of cat and mouse where we had to run away from Daggercast, who was in a VW camper.
He's put Forza 4, I think. Horizon 4, I think.
Yeah, that was very good. Yeah, so it might be nice to see a VW camper.
Like the car's ready.
So we've also from Gearish got BMW M3, and there is a selection of M3s in here. So you've got sort of the more modern ones. You've also got some of the classic M3s in here as well. So there is a good choice there depending on which age you prefer, whether you want new or a classic M3. From MF Cosplays, we've got a 68 Charger.
Oh, now we're talking.
Here, and I nearly brought one because I looked at it and went, "Oh, that is just beautiful," and I need one in my life.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
So, Matt's going to practice again.
Right.
So what track are we on?
This is, I can't remember, it said it a minute ago, but it's a new track. I've not driven this one at all. Brassy's just come in with the Shelby GT 500.
We saw
that
this
is a lovely car. Lovely car. A friend of mine actually has one of those, and it is beautiful.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say what that says in the track, because that's technically someone else's branding, but it's very funny.
Oh no, see, now I'm going to rewind them. Oh no, rewind's disabled? No.
It's because you're too soon into it, so because you've only just started, rewind hasn't kicked in yet. But a little bit further down the line, it should work, so maybe if you push it now, it will work.
No, it's not. Okay, I'm guessing maybe I've got to make a mistake first, which is bound to happen on a new track that I've never driven before. But this car feels different already, and all I've done is put the new parts on.
Oh.
And I didn't spend a lot of time, I just did the quick upgrade. But it already feels different, it feels nippier and faster.
I'm trying to work out what track you're on.
Can I pause it and it'll tell us?
It does look. To be fair, this looks faster. No, don't worry about it. We'll find out in a minute when you end anyway. But a different style of track look. It's slightly narrower in places.
It's a lot more windy as well.
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh! See, you can rewind there if you wanted to.
It's alright, I'll take that.
Honestly, your car looks faster. I don't know if it's just track.
It feels like it's going through the gears a bit quicker. I'm guessing the flywheel's doing its thing, the clutch. And it's definitely coming out of the corners faster.
That shows a difference though, that even just from a few upgrades from one track to next, you can feel the difference in acceleration response from the car. And this is why they've spent so much time rebooting it, so you get sort of a more immersive, more realistic experience. So you're playing with the controller at the moment.
Yeah.
Imagine what this would be like with steering. You've got this down. Look. I spoke too soon.
No, I'm alright, I got it.
Oh, I saved it!
Got it.
It's a good save.
Tweaked the handbrake there as we went round the corner.
So, and you have the ability to, we haven't even discussed sort of the option for tracks here. So when Matt went past the pit wall there was a little white clear thing that pops up. You have the ability to head into the pit in any race, so you can change tyres, fuel, things like that as well. So Matt's been doing quite short races, and when we did multiplayer earlier, we did short races as well. We also have the ability to set massively extended races, so you can do endurance races as well if you want to. So you could do like race weekends, and the great thing about the private multiplayer is you could get a group of friends and you could set up your own race weekends with like different cars and like different rules and a certain amount of laps, like you would with professional motorsports. So you can have like different day for practice, you can have like a race day, which is nice, you can have like all the weather so it adjusts, you can have your damage on, so you can make it literally as close to a racing experience with a simulator as possible. I can't wait to try this on one of the rigs, because I think that it's going to be a whole different experience as well. So if any of you have tested this with a steering wheel, please drop it into the chat and tell me how good it is, because I'm super excited. I'm tempted to add one to my list. You know, for a game, again, I've said it many times, day one games. And look at this, the reviews are brilliant for it. And there's been a lot of hype for this game. We've talked about it for a long time, but for me, it's hit everything that I wanted it to hit. So it would be awesome to get a group together to do a race day or multiple events tournament style. I think that sounds like a good idea, and I think that's something that we should look at.
Yeah, I like this. I'll take it.
I'll take it. Winner takes all style tournament. I think that's a really good idea.
I don't want to be part of that because I won't be very good.
I would say you're doing very well, man. Because if someone's like, no, I haven't played it since Forza 3, I think you're doing pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I do feel like I mean, maybe it's because the car's changing, but I do feel like I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I'm taking a few more risks.
And it's sort of getting used to that, the way the car is. It's getting used to the track, to where you have to brake as well. And I've noticed that there's different ways to drive different cars. So the way that I use the brake and accelerator together in certain cars is completely different to other cars. So it really does sort of change your experience and your the learning curve of the game, depending on what you're in.
I nearly lost control there.
Did you? I don't know if anyone saw the shadows on the windscreen there. You can see like reflection from the steering wheel. All those little things make a difference in the way the game plays. But I'm loving the fact that you're using this screen now.
Also, I've got to say, I'm playing this not on PC or Series X. I'm playing this on a Series S today because it was the first Xbox that I unpacked, and honestly, I'm loving it. It looks really good.
It looks really good.
I can't wait to put it on the Series X on the big screen in the other room. This will be that'll be really cool as well.
And that's the great thing. Like if this is the sort of game you're into and you want a really good racing sim, a Series S with GamePass is such a good choice. And my setup's all a bit backwards, so my X is actually in the office next to me right now, so it goes through a monitor. Why? You're going to ask, because it's not a 4K monitor, because all my physical discs are in the office, whereas my Series S is downstairs with my 4K TV, because it fits
mine's
in
the opposite.
better. Yeah.
Mine's the opposite. I have the Series S here with me on the monitor here, so I can stream and play, sort of lock myself away and play in here with no discs. And then in the main room, I have my Series X on the big 4K, 120 hertz telly, so I can get fully immersed in those beautiful story-driven titles that you can find on.
Fast laps out there felt good.
Right.
Let's
okay, I'm
race.
ready. Like Starfield. Starfield for me is like on the big TV
Yeah.
for me.
Big
Oh, my
TV.
car looks a bit battered.
See, the damage look makes a difference. Now, let us know where you're playing this. So I know a few of you have played this in chat. Let us know what console you're playing on, whether you're playing it on console or whether you're playing it on PC. So there, here, look. So you're starting in 12th. So if you go up or down, your credits will change here to decide one, how many points you get, and you'll have to work a bit harder to obviously to win.
Oh, I see. So if I go down, I get more credits as I work through the pack, if
Yes.
you like. But I could start at 3rd and just not get anything. Right. Well, let's stay at 12.
It depends on how bad you want to be computer brassing.
Well, he's going down this time. He's going down this time.
Charger there, look. Not 68, but so as someone that's not traditionally a sort of racing sim player, I know you're very story driven and you like sort of like, you know, RPGs and things like that. So this isn't your standard style game. What's your thoughts? I know obviously you've been raving about it while you're chatting. You know,
Yeah. Well,
That's-
the thing I really like about it is, obviously the learning curve for me. I feel like I'm getting better, so I don't like games like this, sports games in general. I tend to find that if I don't get better, I don't want to play anymore.
yeah.
Whereas this, I feel like I'm progressively getting better. And it's quite, even though this is a high octane sport, it's quite chilled. Like,
Yeah.
I can just quite easily have a chat. There's no dialogue really to worry about, so I don't have to listen to stories. And because I'm racing against my friends, either online or not online, there's that competition constantly running throughout. So, and with the car like upgrade system, that feels very RPG-esque to me anyway. So it's just ticking all the boxes right now, I'll be honest.
Yeah. It's as far as I'm, and if you haven't tried this, I've said it loads of times. It's day one on Game Pass, it's included in Game Pass subscription. It's worth trying. You can lose so many hours to this game, just having fun, racing different tracks. And especially if you're into motorsport, especially if you watch motorsport, or if you're starting to gain an interest in it, you can really see actually how hard some of the cars
Keep
are.
it clean out there.
They
We
drive
don't want to
completely
pick up any
different.
time penalties.
Oh,
that
you
could
got
hurt our
time
chances
penalty
at the
then.
top finish.
I did hit them before, yeah.
Total time
And that's the
penalty
beauty
is
of Game
about
Pass, by the way, going back to what you said, is there's so many titles on there. Whether they be day one, indie titles, third-party titles. If there's something that you... Oh, no, that's not good. If there's something that you have never played before, but you go, actually, do you know what? I'm going to give it a try. I've done it loads of times. Loads of times. There's certain games I would never in a million years go and buy from a shop. But because it's interested me and it's on Game Pass, I've, through cloud gaming, or I've installed it quickly, I've played it, and some of them have been actually probably the best titles I've played in the last like 12 to 18 months.
We've had discussions about games that we've played we've not expected to like, that you absolutely rave about, and that's the great thing. It gives you the ability to try games that you wouldn't necessarily try. I mean, this is a £70 game. You know, the amount of detail this is a £70 game. If you were to go and buy a AAA title, spent a lot of years invested into this, into the 4K 60, the ray tracing. It's had a whole new engine built for this game. Yet you can try it on Game Pass for no extra cost. If you're playing Starfield and you think, oh, I want to give this a go, and you've got Game Pass, it's worth trying. It's so easy just to try a new title. And I think like most people download this and play it and actually really enjoy it. So Skippy's put welcome. It's the gameplay is so smooth.
Yeah, it is. It feels smooth as well. It really does.
I'm waiting for them in 2 weeks. Send me the details, and I will try and make sure that I can be, because I know what you're on about. So it's an install thing. So Adam's also put, Matt, it's racing, not dodgems.
Yeah, well, I've actually got to make up the time now, because obviously if I've got the penalty, if I come first and it's not enough, I could still lose to Computer Brassy, and I don't want that to happen. So I've got to try and make this time up now.
How different does this track feel compared to when you did the practice run?
So much different now.
Because it was what, sort of like just getting towards the end of the day, like sun
Yeah, it's day. Oh no, I've lost track. Yeah, it's night now.
Night now.
Okay, we're getting there. Come on. Just need to. Was it 0.8 of a second?
0.8 of a second, but I think are well clear.
Final lap.
Joby, I don't think we're there in 2 weeks. We normally do every 3 months. Obviously, if we do get to be there for the next event, we always love being there. We always like to, spend time with you guys and see what your reactions are to games and things. As far as I'm aware, we're not there this time, because you normally only see us every 3 months in Birmingham. So I think it'll probably be some of the other trainers that you see this time.
All right, we're on the
But
final
Joby,
lap.
Joby, are you playing this game? Have you tried it? Have you got it on install? And have you submitted a fastest lap yet?
All right, this is doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Honestly, it's so smooth, and you're literally like, and you know, you've said you're not normally into these sorts of games. You're nailing it with this car and this track now.
Yeah, it feels good.
You know, obviously, if you're completely new to racing games, or it's not your sort of thing, there might be a bit of a steeper learning curve than what Matt's got here. Matt's an avid gamer. You play many games, all right, Matt?
Yeah, you're right. But I play, when it's racing games, I play more of an arcadey feel racing type game. I never really got into the simulators as much as I should have. Like I say, the ones I did, it was Forza Motorsport back in the 360 days, so early days.
See, that's how long it's been around. They've perfected it over all those years. And for me, driving games wise, Forza is the one that I go to. It's the one that I enjoy the most. It's all these little details as well. Joby's he's loving it. Wanted to put it on the Sim in store, but hasn't been able to. So, you know, best lap 208. That's quick.
Oh, where did Brassy come? Oh, 8th, did he? Oh dear.
You raced me in that one.
Yeah, beat everybody. So there we go. I can retire now, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that.
I can retire.
You've been racing me, Matt, though. I'm in second.
I can retire now.
Been racing, I haven't got control of that, but see,
There he is. There's you, look.
there's me in my VIP suit.
There we go. I think that's all we got time for. But I really enjoyed that, and it like Christian said, if you want to get involved with that game, it's on Game Pass day one, so it came out yesterday. You can also purchase these particular versions. So we have the standard version, which is available on Game Pass, right?
Standard
We have
edition
the
included,
premium
yeah.
version. What do you get
Which
extra with this one?
So the premium edition includes all the welcome pack, the race day car packs, plus a few others and a few other DLCs that will come in the future. So it effectively includes some extra car packs as well.
Cool.
And then you get stuff like extra coins to start with, and you get some exclusive race suits as well. So the race suit that I had on there was one of the VIP ones, so it was one of the exclusive ones that you get within the welcome pack and the premium edition.
Cool. And then finally, last one, boop, is the deluxe edition. So I'm guessing you get a bit more in that one as well.
So other way around. So the deluxe edition actually sits in the middle. So
Okay.
the deluxe edition is effectively the welcome pack plus a few of the car packs. The premium edition,
The premium's the
included
big boy.
the big one, and included all the packs, but it also gave you 5 days early access.
Cool.
Which, so anybody that purchased it was able to play Forza from the 5th of October. Hence the reason my driver level is much higher than yours. I haven't
Okay.
done that driver level in the last 24 hours. That is 6 days worth of driving.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to catch up now. I think I am a bit hooked. May have to go back and play a bit more. But in the meantime, I think that's all we've got time for this evening.
Daggercast has put, "You've not been playing me, that's why you won." I've got a feeling Daggercast is quick.
Yeah, I believe so.
I
That
saw
feeling
him
sore,
playing
was
some
he?
online. Yeah.
Okay, here it comes. There we go. Right. But thank you very much for stopping by, everybody. All of you, much appreciated for supporting us. Go and check us out on our other channels. We have some we have Instagram, we've got YouTube, and we have Facebook channels as well. So go check all of our content on that. Anything that you want to finish off with, Christian, before we say bye?
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you all here. If you haven't seen our latest Forza reel, go and check it out. It's a bit of fun. We're super excited to play this game and to get online with you guys today. Go and try it out, because if you haven't tried it, I think you will love it. Oh, my Xbox is flashed up with a rare achievement that I'm going to have to try and achieve. Let's ignore that. Let's ignore it.
He's been distracted now.
I've been distracted. Rare achievement, 30 cars to level 50. That sounds like a challenge that I need to get on board with.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Go and try it. It's Game Pass day one, and there's so many of the people that in chat today that have Game Pass subscriptions, whether it's Game Pass, whether it's Game Pass Ultimate. You would be crazy not to test this out. It's a AAA game. In the last 2 months from Game Pass, you've had 2 massive titles. We've had Starfield. We've now got Forza Motorsport, plus all the other stuff that gets added. You know, this is a £70 game. Go and test it out. Go and see how realistic it is. And I think that you will fall in love with it like I have. And that's all I've got to say.
Cool.
And if anybody wants to get online and play, I'm game, because I
Cool.
don't need a reason to sit and play it. So we're gonna log off, and I'm not moving from this spot. I'm just gonna put my other headset on and just start driving.
Yeah, well then I'm going to do exactly that as well. I'm going to start driving too. So I'm going to drive an actual car now. So I'm going to behave myself.
That's not fun.
Yeah, well, I could play it when I get to the other end because it's on cloud gaming, right? There we go.
It is on cloud gaming.
All right, so yeah, thank you very much for stopping by. I've been Matt.
Thanks for watching.
That's been Christian.
I'm Christian.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the flip flop. See you. Peace.